Hello students, today we are going to introduce chemistry with us. See, chemistry itself is a mystery. Chemistry, it is not limited to study of chemicals. What exactly is chemistry? That we'll discuss furthermore for 2 years. What exactly is chemistry? But right now, we are going to give a brief introduction about chemistry. So let us start. First of all, what exactly is chemistry? So simplify, we can say study of chemicals, but this is not limited to study of chemicals. But right now we can assume that the study of chemicals is chemistry. See, chemistry is classified basically in 3 main types. See, 3 main types. Subtypes are also available, but we will discuss that later on. So first of all, chemistry is classified mainly in 3 types. First one is physical chemistry, second is organic chemistry, and third is inorganic chemistry. So we can classify chemistry in main 3 types: physical, organic, as well as inorganic. See, so many subtypes are there, like analytical chemistry, electrochemistry, so many subtypes are there. But main 3 types of chemistry: physical, organic, as well as inorganic. Okay, what should be in physical chemistry? What should be in physical chemistry? So first of all, give me physical properties of this chalk. Okay, this is cylindrical. First of all, it is solid. It is cylindrical, white in color, odorless, tasteless, insoluble in water. So these are the physical properties of this chalk. How we get to know the physical properties of this chalk? Simply by observation only. So physical chemistry means nothing but the observation of chemicals, observation of elements, observation of atom. Will decide the structure, will decide physical properties, will decide uses. This much gets introduced or includes in physical chemistry. So physical chemistry, it means nothing but the physical observation of atoms, molecules or ions. Now what about organic and inorganic chemistry? See, organic and inorganic will frequently use these words, organic as well as inorganic. So name itself indicates organic. This is milk, but organ plus ic, organic. See, name itself indicates organ plus ic. Organ, it means a living organism has organ, and the chemical that are derived from living organisms are called organic chemicals. But this is totally myth. One scientist was there named Friedrich Wöhler. He prepared urea. Urea is organic. He prepared urea in laboratory, and then after we can say organic material can be prepared in laboratory. But right now, the operational concept was that organic chemistry, it means the chemical that derives from the organ. But this is not completely true. So what exactly is the modern definition of organic chemistry? Carbon containing compounds. If it is attached with carbon or attached with hydrogen, then that type of compounds are known as organic compounds. In the whole chemistry, the study of all these organic compounds are known as organic chemistry. The wide range of carbon and hydrogen containing chemicals that are known as hydrocarbons are available, as you all know, and we are using it as a fuel, as a gas, as a food, as a abode, as a clothes. We are using so many types of organic chemicals we are using in our routine. What about inorganic chemistry? Simply the chemicals that derived from the rocks. Chemicals that derive from the rocks are included in organic chemistry. So the study of that chemicals can be included in organic chemistry. Let us discuss some acids and bases. So acid, HCl, it is inorganic, absence of carbon. This is chlorine only, not carbon. So absence of carbon is also a factor that can be mentioned in inorganic chemistry. Sulfuric acid H2SO4, phosphoric acid H3PO3, H3PO4 sodium iodide, base NaOH, sodium hydroxide, NaOH, potassium hydroxide. See, all the chemicals have absence of carbon, and that's why they are inorganic nature. Salts, NaCl, that we are using in our routine as a table salt, it is also inorganic in nature. So main three subtypes: physical, organic and inorganic. We will discuss these three main types in our 11th and 12th. So right now, physical, organic as well as inorganic, if we want to study about the chemistry, all these three types of chemistry, first of all, what we have to study? We have to discuss about atom. As you all know, innumerable, uncountable, so many atoms combines with each other to form molecules. Innumerable, uncountable molecule combines with each other and form element. Element, either they form compound or they form mixture. What exactly is difference, that we will discuss later on. So what is the difference between compound and mixture? Okay, so atom is the smallest structural and functional unit of chemistry. So many innumerable, uncountable atoms combines chemically to form molecules. Molecules further combines chemically to form element, and element, either element will form compound or it will form mixture. What exactly is difference between a compound and mixture, that we will discuss in next video or later on. So first of all, if we want to study about the chemistry, first of all we have to study about the atom, then we will go for molecule, then element, and then compound, and then mixture. So what exactly is atom? Smallest structural and functional unit of any of the chemicals. It has all the properties of the element. Suppose we have sodium element, then sodium element must be formed by innumerable sodium atoms, and each sodium atom has a identical property to sodium element. Okay. Now further, each atom has specific number, that is called atomic number, and the symbol is Z only. So what exactly is atomic number? Atomic number, the number of atoms. Okay, so question is that how the number is decided to the atom? Then atomic number can be decided on the basis of number of protons and electrons. So the number of protons, or see this is or, either a proton or electrons present in neutral atom. See, mark my words, in neutral atom. See, if atom is not neutral, it will be I. But we are discussing about the neutral atom. See, neutral atom, it means it is without charge. And how it become without charge? Exactly similar to positive charge and negative charge are present. Then it will be without charge. So number of proton or number of electron present in neutral atom is called atomic number. And what about atomic weight? Each atom has characteristic weight or characteristic mass. We can say mass also. That is called atomic mass. And the symbol is A only. The symbol is A only. So atomic number, the symbol is Z. While for the atomic mass or atomic weight, the symbol is A. Okay. What exactly is definition of atomic weight? See, there is no specific definition. We can not define weight. But for atom, we can modify definition according to our convenience, and the definition of atomic weight is the total sum of protons and neutrons. See, this is N, this is O, either proton or electron, or here proton as well as neutron. Both the protons and neutrons gets combined together to form atomic weight. But remember, this is not exact atomic weight. It will be average atomic weight. What is the difference between exact and average atomic weight? We'll discuss. So right now, atomic number, it means number of either proton or electron. While atomic weight or atomic mass, it means total sum of protons as well as neutrons present in the nucleus of atom is called atomic weight or atomic mass. It will be average atomic mass. So for atomic number, the symbol is Z. For atomic mass, the symbol is A. Now if you want to denote any of the atom element, we can be denoted by this X. Suppose X is our element, then atomic number should be written in left hand side in subscript, while the atomic mass can be written in left hand side in superscript. So in subscript we can write atomic number, in superscript we can write atomic weight. Let us take an example. Suppose oxygen, the simplest element. What is the symbol of oxygen? Obviously it is O. If dioxygen is there, it is O2. But we are discussing about oxygen, it is O. What exactly is atomic number of oxygen? 8. What exactly is atomic mass of oxygen? 16. So this is atomic number, this is atomic weight. Atomic number, it means number of protons as well as electrons. So can we say in oxygen the number of protons are 8? Number of electrons are also 8 because it is neutral. And in neutral atom the number of protons and electrons are same. How possible? See, atomic mass is 60. What is the definition of mass? Total sum of proton and neutron. It means proton plus neutrons are 60. Now as you know that the protons are 8, then what should be the neutron? Obviously 16 minus 8. So can we say we have a new formula, number of neutrons is equals to A minus Z, atomic number minus, atomic weight minus atomic number. Let us take another example. Nitrogen, simple, the symbol is N, atomic number 7, atomic atomic mass 14. Now see, this is neutral. It don't have any charge, positive charge or negative charge. So we can say the number of protons are obviously it is 7. Number of electrons similar. Now number of neutrons we have derived a new formula A minus Z. A is 14, Z is 7. 14 minus 7, it is obviously 7. Note down this one, this will be beneficial to you.